Hey everybody, welcome to another market update in this hot and furious summer that we're having down here in Florida. So get ready for this one. This one's a doozy too. So kind of like earlier in the week where we had heat advisories, you could tell that the market's definitely heating up in different ways based off of everything that's going on. So, but it's been a busy week in real estate, and I'm hopefully going to give you some information that'll help you guys see what the future is looking like. So, but right now, there's a lot of negative news out there, but don't always believe what you see in the headlines because that's not really speaking to the truth of the market and how healthy it really is. So let's get started. As we've been predicting for weeks now, the actives keep going up and up and up. This is coupled with summer selling season where people plan to sell their homes, followed by buyers being a little more hesitant in the market with the increase in interest rates. So it's making people feel a little woozy and like, oh gosh, there's a bubble. There is no bubble. So, but we are seeing drastic increases across the board. All 5 counties, Orange, Seminole, Volusia, Lake, and Osceola, have all seen slightly elevated increases week after week. And again, 7,000 listings, largest we've seen all year long. So now moving on to solds, we're seeing a little bit dwindling of this amount of homes sold. So all this is meaning is that we're going to start seeing days on market creep up. We're already starting to see it where we're seeing active homes last longer, which is good because it's going to stop buyer fatigue. So buyers, you have a chance to select homes versus throwing out an offer hoping you get it. There's been some buyer remorse with those because they had to have a home. They had the pressure on and they jumped on it a year or two ago. Now you don't have to worry about that. So you're seeing the market cool off, so where you can have a little bit of an option. Doesn't mean you won't end up in a bidding war, but it's easier to win out with 2 offers versus 25 or 50 that I've seen. So, and trust me, from a realtor standpoint, when you list a home and you get 20 offers plus, it is exhausting. It takes me 5 hours to organize it so the seller completely understands it. And the entire time I'm having 20 to 25 realtors give me a call to find out if their offers were selected at the deadline, but I have to organize it and understand each of those offers before we can make a selection. It takes time. So, but yeah, we're seeing it drop off. Orange County dropped, Seminole dropped, Volusia dropped, Lake County dropped, Osceola dropped of solds. So it's just subtle drops, but it's happening. Now, because of the amount of listings going on here, what's going to happen is the buyers are going to start realizing that the world's not ending. So they're going to come back to the market and we're going to start seeing this tick up eventually. I don't think it'll tick up for the next couple of weeks because we got the holidays coming in, but come late July, I wouldn't be surprised if it jumps. Now, median sales price. This one, again, it's coming down a little bit from last week by 1%. We're going to see that. And what happened was in our previous market before we shifted to our new normal, you could be 10, 15% higher than what the market value is, and the market was forgiving. Now, because of all this added competition of homes coming on, sellers are being cautious and they see what's coming, so they got to either have a more realistic price point or start dropping the price so they don't encounter that. And that's what we're starting to see in the market for sure. But at the end of the day, the area is still 376. And I'll be doing another one later this week that's going to be talking about what we're seeing nationally. And I've already looked at some of those graphs for it. One interesting fact that we're starting to notice from the national perspective is these homes across the country, like big names, economists that are reviewing the market, they're still showing close to a 10% increase year over year for 2022. So that shows an overall healthy market. Now, days on market, this is a lagging indicator of what we've always been talking about for the last couple of weeks, but you're starting to see it. They're starting to fluctuate where the median days on market has increased slightly. Went up 2 days in Orange County, went up 2 days in Seminole, went up, well, the only oddball was Volusia, dropped 4 days. Went up 9 days in Lake County, and Osceola went down slightly at 7. So by 1 day, but that's changing. Now let's go ahead and look at some of my thoughts. So here are my thoughts of what I'm seeing based off the data. As anticipated, we're seeing the inventory increase and demand decrease. Nothing to be alarmed at. It's just sellers with the height in the market and everything that we're seeing with this negativity out there, they're afraid that if they wait too long, that what they want to get and could get is not there anymore. On the demand side, the rise in interest rates, which has increased slightly a big amount this past week, is pushing buyers off. By pushing buyers off, they can afford less home. So they're backing off too. So that's a big downside right there. That's why there's going to be less buyers out there. So, and I mean, the Fed chair even announced this week that buyers need a little bit of a reset. This interest is going to cause that reset. It's not going to reset the pricing value, but it is going to lower the competition. So the buyers that want to buy and can buy will be able to do it because there's going to be less competition, less fight. I used to tell my buyers last year, if we're submitting an offer, we're probably going to miss out on anywhere from 5 to 10 homes potentially. It all depends. Now in this market, if you have a perfect maintained home, like beautiful, mint, nothing wrong with it, they're still going to probably get the multiple offers. But now the ones that are clean cut, good shape, but could use a little TLC, they're going to struggle. So, and one thing to always say, when interest rates are still increasing, but ask your parents, what was their first interest rate? For some of them, they're going to tell you 12%. So the fact that we're hovering around 6%, that's a win. Hallelujah. So, and then as mentioned, the market's going to slow down, but current activity we're seeing is a rush to market for sellers and return of the patient buyer. But your homes are going to sell. It's still a seller's market. It doesn't turn into a balanced market till we're talking 5 to 6 months to get your homes sold. So, but you know, it's important. One other thing that I said before, and I'll say it again, you marry the home, you're dating the rate. So you do not have to keep that rate for the life of that loan. You can change that rate and refinance and get a lower rate at a later time when you want to. So as always, just trying to give you the information that's out there. The market is nothing to be scared of, but if you want to contact me, here's some of my information. Please reach out. I love to hear from you. I love to hear comments. Share this if this was useful. But we're all in this together. And although the market's got some shaking going on because of all the economic pressure that's going on in our world, the real estate world is still healthy. And stay tuned for my video later this week. That's going to tell you why. So thank you guys. Have yourself a good rest of your Monday.